Long before Australia's deserts stretched endlessly beneath a sun-bleached sky, giants walked its plains. Towering marsupials, thunderous birds, and armored reptiles once ruled this land, creatures as strange as they were massive. But here's the mystery: they left behind no written records, no bones conveniently arranged for easy study. So how do we know what they looked like, or that they even existed at all? The answer might lie not in fossils, but in ochre and stone. In the ancient rock shelters of Arnhem Land, Aboriginal artists painted scenes that seem to echo deep time, images of animals that don't match anything alive today. Could Indigenous art preserve eyewitness accounts of creatures lost to science? This chapter follows the pigments of the past to uncover a hidden archive older than any library, and far more alive. At first glance, many of the figures might seem familiar: kangaroos, emus, turtles. But look closer. Some of these creatures are off. They're too large, too muscular, with heads shaped more like wombats or diprotodons. One famous painting, known as the Eons figure, depicts a massive, flightless bird with heavy legs and a blunt beak, features strikingly consistent with a now extinct thunderbird species that vanished over 40,000 years ago. Elsewhere, images show thick-tailed beasts resembling the enormous Zygomaturus, or lizard-like reptiles that hint at ancient monitor species. These aren't artistic flourishes. Aboriginal rock art is renowned for its detail and naturalistic intent. What's drawn is often what was seen. If these are first-hand memories, they could radically change how we view Australia's extinction timeline, and the deep memory of its people. But here's the twist: dating these artworks is maddeningly difficult. Without direct pigment dating, researchers rely on indirect methods: wasp nest layering, mineral buildup, stylistic phases. And even then, we're left with windows, not certainties. Some scientists caution against assuming too much. Was the Eons painting really that old, or was it symbolic? Could oral histories be embellishing tales of long-gone creatures? Yet these questions don't diminish the art's value, they elevate it. Because whether literal memory or symbolic inheritance, this tradition shows a cultural continuity that bridges tens of thousands of years. The lines between myth and science blur, and in that blur, we glimpse a world where people and megafauna may have once shared the same dawn, and where ancient brushstrokes may still echo with the footfalls of giants. Australia's prehistoric giants didn't vanish in a single cataclysm. They faded, slowly, mysteriously, leaving behind ghost trails of bones and ash. In the heart of the continent, deep within ancient lakebeds and dry basins, lie clues to their decline. Diprotodons, larger than a modern rhino, once lumbered through grasslands now swallowed by desert. Giant echidnas, thunderbirds, and even towering predators like the marsupial lion, all gone within a geological heartbeat. But the real mystery isn't just that they disappeared, it's when and why. Was it climate? Was it people? Or something stranger, like a combination of both? As we enter the final chapters of these giants' existence, the evidence paints a portrait that's not black and white, but layered in dust and memory. Roughly 50,000 years ago, the first humans arrived on the Australian continent. They brought with them fire, stories, and a hunter's eye. At the same time, environmental shifts began reshaping the land. Seasonal rains grew erratic, grasslands retreated, and freshwater sources dwindled. Fossil deposits in places like Lake Calabana and Cuddy Springs show megafauna lingering for thousands of years after human arrival, long enough for both species to have overlapped. It wasn't a quick extinction, it was a long goodbye. Charcoal layers in soil suggest deliberate burning. Spear points lie near bones. But no mass killing sites. No smoking gun. This wasn't a prehistoric blitz. It was pressure, generation after generation. Some researchers now believe Aboriginal knowledge systems may hold the final clues. Oral histories tell of great beasts and floods, of firestorms and skywalking predators. These aren't just myths, they may be cultural memories of real ecological shifts. Like the legends of the bunyip, said to haunt waterholes, could these be distorted echoes of diprotodons or giant wombats? And what about the yarrow, the great clawed beast said to roam the outback? A twisted memory of the marsupial lion? If so, Aboriginal culture didn't just witness extinction, it recorded it in story and symbol. We often treat the past as silent, but here, it may still be speaking, if we're ready to listen not just to fossils, but to voices carried across time. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.